Good day everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, we'll be discussing Philippine criminal justice system. By the way, my name is Professor Sean Francis Andego. I am a magna cum laude graduate from Universidad de Manila with a program of Bachelor of Science in Criminology. I am a registered criminologist since June 2019, a civil service professional passer, and an honor grant eligible from the Civil Service Commission. I am currently taking up Masters of Science in Criminal Justice with specialization in criminology at the same institution of learning. I am a college instructor in the College of Criminology, a national review lecturer for Criminology Review Program, and a co-author of various criminology books. So I would like to welcome future criminologists, students of criminology program, and those registered criminologists who just want to review topics in the field of criminology. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the professor, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated for my new upload. So before going into our discussion, I would just like to promote our book, The Research Procedural Manual for Criminology. Ang book na ito is composed of 6 books. So this book is 6 books in one, with a total number of 546 pages. This book is an ISBN registered and copyrighted by Aliswag Lifelong Training Center. And makukuha natin siya for only 1,200 pesos. So for orders, please visit the Facebook page Aliswag Lifelong Training Center or contact their phone numbers 0921-505-2583 or 0916-430-7729. So this research procedural manual, isa ako sa mga co-authors for the field of criminology. So marami kasi siyang variants. Meron siyang research procedural manual for nurses, for psychology, for teachers, and for graduate school. So yun, visit lang kayo sa kanilang Facebook page. So now let's jump into our discussion. So our discussion will be focused on Philippine criminal justice system. So, etong discussion natin na to, mahahati siya sa dalawang video. So, for our first part, i-discuss natin yung overview ng Philippine criminal justice system. And for the second part of our video na i-upload ko din is more on a detailed discussion on the pillars or process ng Philippine criminal justice system. So, for the first part, i-discuss natin yung definition, characteristics, basis, and other topics in connection to the overview of Philippine criminal justice system. So first, i-define muna natin si Philippine criminal justice system. So in its simplest definition, we can define Philippine criminal justice system as the machinery of the state or government which enforces the rules of conduct necessary to protect life and property and maintain peace and order. So, himay-himayin natin yung definition ni Philippine Criminal Justice System para mas lalo natin siyang maintindihan. So, for the first phrase, sinabi dito na ito ay machinery of the state or government. When we say machinery, these are instrument or system or tool na ni-utilize ng ating government for para saan, bakit ginagamit si Philippine Criminal Justice System. So, makikita natin yan sa second phrase, which is to enforce the rules of conduct. So, ano ba yung rules of conduct? Rules of conduct, these are written laws formulated and implemented by the government. So, yun yun. Bakit ini-implement or ini-enforce or bakit gumagawa ng batas ang ating government? So, ginagawa ang batas or rules of conduct for the purpose of protecting life and property of the citizenry and of course, to maintain the peace and order in the community. So, ini-enforce ang batas or ini-implement ang batas para maprotektahan ang buhay at mga kagamitan o yaman ng mga tao sa isang bansa at para mapanatili ang peace or kapayapaan sa community. So, ang Philippine Criminal Justice System din daw is a social institution and a system. So, paano siya naging social institution and paano siya naging system? So, naging social institution siya because the system attempts to meet society's needs for law and order. So, ibig sabihin, ginagamit si Philippine Criminal Justice System para ma-meet yung standard ng society, which is to provide protection to life and property and also to maintain the peace and order sa isang community or sa isang society or sa bansa as a whole. So, paano naman siya naging system? So, Philippine criminal justice system as a system because criminal justice depends on due process involving the 5 pillars. So, from the word itself pa lang po na Philippine criminal justice system, siya ay isang sistema. So, it is composed of process or mga steps. And si criminal justice daw, nakadepend siya sa due process. At ang due process na yon ay composed ng 5 pillars or 5 steps na i-discuss natin or i-introduce ko sa inyo mamaya and doon sa second part ng ating video, i-discuss natin the detailed discussion of what are the 5 pillars of the Philippine criminal justice system. So, next is characteristics of Philippine criminal justice system. So, ano ba ang characteristics ni Philippine criminal justice system? So, first is, ang source kasi ng Philippine criminal justice system is the Spanish and Anglo-American law, the common law, criminal laws, and ang litigation, the litigation process is adversarial in nature. So, ito yung characteristics daw ni Philippine criminal justice system. So, galing siya sa Spanish and Anglo-American law, common law, which are unwritten laws, and criminal laws, which we will be discussing later on, and yung litigation process na is more on in adversarial in nature. So, ano po ba si adversarial approach? So, when we say adversarial approach, it is the legal system in which the prosecution and the defense compete against each other and the judge serves as a referee to ensure fairness to the accused and that the legal rules in criminal procedure are followed. So, ibig sabihin si adversarial in nature or adversarial approach, ang Philippine criminal justice system daw natin, yung legal system na sinusunod natin is that yung prosecution and the defense will compete with each other. So, through trial, so, magpe-present sila ng mga evidence, mga pieces of evidence, mga testimonies, mga witnesses, para ma-prove yung kanilang kiniklaim. And si judge will only serve as the referee or mediator in the trial. So, yun yung adversarial approach. So, it is very important for us to know kung ano yung adversarial approach. Kasi minsan lumalabas din yan sa board exam. So, next would be the goals of criminal justice system. So, ang primary goal kasi ng Philippine criminal justice system is the protection of the members of the society and the maintenance of peace and order. So, sa primary goals, makikita na natin siya agad dun sa definition na diniscuss ko kanina, which enforces the rules of conduct for the protection of life and property. So, ito yung first primary goal, which is the protection of the members of the society. And then yung second is the maintenance of peace and order in the community. So, yan ang primary goal ni Philippine criminal justice system. For secondary goals, nandiyan yung crime prevention. So, nandiyan ang suppression of criminal conduct by apprehending the offenders for whom prevention is ineffective. So, discuss muna natin si crime prevention. So, si crime prevention kasi, ang gusto lang sabihin ni crime prevention is that, ano ba pagkakaiba ni crime prevention sa crime suppression? When we say crime prevention kasi, nakatutok siya sa one anatomy of crime, which is yung opportunity, which diniscuss ko kung anong ibig sabihin ng opportunity dun sa aking first video. Pero for the sake of understanding, i-discuss ko ulit si opportunity. When we say opportunity kasi, these are the open windows or these are acts done by the victim unconsciously that gives the would-be criminal the chance or a higher chance for the successful commission of crime. So, ibig sabihin, ayun yung tinatanggal sa crime prevention. Tinatanggalan na ng opportunity si would-be criminal para gawin yung crime. So, paano ba matatanggal ang opportunity? Of course, nandiyan ang police visibility, nandiyan yung awareness sa mga victim. Siyempre, kailangan maging aware din yung mga victim or mga vulnerable to be a victim of crime para mawala yung opportunity in the commission of crime. When we say suppression of criminal conduct kasi or crime suppression, this is done through crime apprehension, criminal apprehension. Kasi si crime prevention, wala pang crime na nangyayari. While for crime suppression, nangyayari na yung crime or nangyayari na yung crime. And the least thing we can do or the last resort would be apprehending or arresting the criminal. The third goal would be the review of the legality of preventive and suppressive measure. So, within the Constitution ba ang ginawang preventive and suppressive measures para matanggal or mawala ang krimen? Next is the judicial determination of guilt or innocence of those arrested and or under trial. So, isa rin sa goal ni Philippine Criminal Justice System is through judicial process or legal process malaman kung guilty or inosente ba yung taong naaresto. Next is legal and proper disposition of those found guilty. So, magiging tama ba yung pagbibigay ng penalty or punishment ni judge or the disposition of those found guilty? So, ibig sabihin, magiging tama ba yung pagbibigay ng penalty kay suspect or kay criminal or kay accused? Next is the correction and rehabilitation of those person who violates criminal law. So, pagbibigay ng proper rehabilitation program and correction program kay convicted offender dahil siya ay nag-violate ng criminal law. So, ano ba ang basis ni Philippine Criminal Justice System? So, kanina ko pa na-mention si criminal law. So, ano po ba si criminal law? Kasi ang basis ng Philippine Criminal Justice System ay ang enacted Philippine Criminal Law. So, ibig sabihin, sa madaling salita, only violations of criminal law are being considered and processed in the criminal justice system. So, kailangan yung mga violations lang under criminal law ang ipoproseso sa Philippine Criminal Justice System. So, if there is no violation of criminal law or where there is no commission of the crime, in general, the criminal justice as a process will not be operational. So, hindi gagana ang Philippine Criminal Justice System if wala namang nag-violate ng criminal law. So, ano ba ang criminal law? So, criminal law is a branch of public law which defines crime, treats of their nature, and provides for their punishment. So, under daw kay criminal law, nagpo-provide siya, makikita natin sa criminal law, ang definition ng crime, the title of the crime, the nature of the crime, and the prescribed punishment doon sa crime na yon. So, para mas madali nating maintindihan, meron akong ipapakitang illustration sa inyo. So, this is the Revised Penal Code Criminal Law, Book 2. So, it is composed of Articles 114 to 367. So, by Luis B. Reyes. So, dito sa Criminal Law Book 2, nakalagay dyan yung title ng crime, which is an example niyan is Title 8, Crimes Against Person. And under Title 8, Crimes Against Person, nandiyan si Article 246, which is, ang crime na yon is parricide or the crime of parricide. So, ano ang definition ng crime of parricide? These are any person who shall kill his father, mother, or child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, or any of his ascendants or descendants, or his spouse shall be guilty of parricide. So, nandito na agad yung elements of the crime of parricide. Kung sino daw yung tao na pumatay ng kanyang tatay, nanay, o kanyang anak, whether ito ba ay legitimate or illegitimate, or any of his ascendants, so yung mga lolo, lola niya, or descendants, mga apo, or ang kanyang asawa, shall be guilty of parricide. So, nasaan ang punishment? Ang punishment or the prescribed penalty for the crime of parricide would be reclusion perpetua to death. So, yun yung definition ni criminal law. Na dinedefine niya, it provides for the title and the definition of crime. The definition, the title of crime, and the prescribed punishment or penalty for the crime. So, yan na yun. I do hope na naintindihan nyo through my illustration. So, next topic would be the basic principles of criminal law. So, for the basic principles of criminal law, dalawa kasi ang principles na yan. So first is the presumption of innocence, and the second would be the burden of proof. So let us first discuss what is presumption of innocence. So for presumption of innocence, it means that those who are accused of crimes are considered innocent until proven guilty. So ibig sabihin, lahat ng taong naaresto, lahat ng taong ini-interview or nag-undergo ng preliminary investigation, lahat ng tao na undergo ng trial or nag-undergo ng trial shall be considered, treated, and respected as an innocent person. So therefore, if wala pang judgment si judge doon sa court pillar na yung accused is the one who committed the crime or wala pang verdict na siya ay guilty beyond reasonable doubt, therefore si accused shall be treated as innocent pa. So kailangan i-treat siya and i-respect siya bilang isang inosente hanggat wala pang judgment rendered by the judge. So second is the burden of proof. It means that the government must prove beyond reasonable doubt that the suspect is the one who committed the crime. So as we all know that our Philippine criminal justice system is adversarial in approach. So adversarial approach ang kanyang nature, wherein ang magkalaban dito or ang nagko-compete with each other would be the prosecution and the defense. The prosecution is on the side of the government and on the side of the victim, while for the defense, ito yung side ng accused or ng suspect. So si prosecution or the government, sila yung nasa kanila yung burden upang patunayan na si akusado ay ang talagang gumawa ng crime or si accused is guilty beyond reasonable doubt by presenting evidence, testimonies, and witnesses to provide or to support their claim. So yun yung rationale ni burden of proof. So ano ba yung si beyond reasonable doubt? So when we say beyond reasonable doubt, it excludes all the possibility of error and produces absolute certainty. So sinasabi, di ba, guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So ibig sabihin, si accused or si convict ay guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So ibig sabihin, tinatanggal nito lahat ng possibility na sila ay nagkamali. And ito ay nagpo-produce ng absolute certainty or ng kasiguruduhan. So siguradong sigurado at walang possibility ng pagkakamali na yung akusado ay guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So next is criminal in relation to the Philippine criminal justice system. So let us first define what is criminal. So for criminal, it is considered as the main character or star of the criminal justice system. So criminal, maaari siyang tawagin perpetrator. So ito yung mga tao na gumawa o nag-violate ng criminal law. So ibig sabihin, pag walang di ba kanina diniscuss ko na pag walang nag-violate ng criminal law, so if there is no violation of criminal law, therefore the system will not operate. So sino ba ang gumagawa ng violation of criminal law or sinong gumagawa ng crime? Therefore, ang gumagawa ng crime is the perpetrator or the criminal. Kaya siya tinatawag or tinatagged as the main character or star ng system. Kasi kung wala siya, hindi gagana ang system. Kasi kung wala si criminal, walang magva-violate ng criminal law or walang gagawa ng crime, therefore, hindi gagana si Philippine criminal justice system. So next would be the different views of criminal. So may tatlong views kasi yan, criminological sense, legal sense, and criminal justice sense. So isa-isahin natin siyang i-discuss. So first would be criminological sense. So ibig sabihin dito sa criminological sense, a person may be considered as a criminal from the time he or she committed the crime, regardless whether or not it has been referred or reported to the police for investigation. So, for easy understanding, ang tao raw ay makukonsidera nating isang kriminal at the time of the commission of crime. Once na nagawa niya na yung crime, siya ay tatawagin na or i-consider as a criminal. Eto, tingnan natin yung second phrase. Whether or not it has been referred or reported to the police for investigation. So, ibig sabihin, kahit ito ay hindi na-report sa police, siya pa rin ay i-consider natin na isang kriminal. As long as, ang keyword kasi dito for criminological sense, as long as ginawa niya na yung crime. So, at the time, from the time, he or she committed the crime. So, siya ay makukonsider na as a criminal. So, second would be legal sense. So, a person may be considered a criminal only upon undergoing the judicial process and upon determination by the court that he or she is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So, for legal sense, ang tao raw ay makukonsidera lang natin bilang isang kriminal only upon na undergo niya na yung trial and si judge na consider siya or nagkaroon siya ng judgment na yung accused is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So, ibig sabihin, pag may verdict na or may judgment na siya ay guilty beyond reasonable doubt, siya ay makukonsider na natin as a criminal. Next would be criminal justice sense. So, a criminal may be defined as one who has undergone the process and went through all the pillars of the Philippine criminal justice system. So, ang system kasi natin, di ba, it is composed of 5 pillars na mamaya i-discuss natin. So, yung 5 pillars na yon, pag na-undergo na nung tao na yon yung lahat ng pillars na yon or lahat ng process na yon, siya ay makukonsidera na natin as a criminal. Next would be the pillars of the Philippine criminal justice system. So, itong pillars of the Philippine criminal justice system, bibigyan ko lang kayo ng introductory overview kung ano ba or ano ang mga pillars or steps or process na meron ang justice system na meron tayo sa Pilipinas. So, yung sa second part kasi ng ating video, doon ko i-discuss on a detailed discussion yung mga functions and responsibilities ng mga pillars na yan. So, first pillar would be law enforcement. So, maaari siyang i-compose ng Philippine National Police, ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the National Bureau of Investigation. Second would be the prosecution. So, siya ay the National Prosecution Service. These are the public prosecutors under the Department of Justice. The third pillar would be court. So, the court is composed of Supreme Court, Regional Trial Court, Court of Appeals, Municipal Circuit Trial Court, Family Courts, Sharia Courts, and other types of courts. Next would be correction pillar. Correction pillar, nako-compose kasi yan sa institutional correction and non-institutional correction. So, for institutional correction, nandiyan ang Bureau of Jail Management and Penology under the DILG, and the Bureau of Corrections under the Department of Justice. So, for non-institutional correction naman, under yan ng Department of Justice, yung Bureau of Pardons and Parole and Probation Administration. And the last pillar, which is the informal pillar, would be the community. So, ayan po ang kinocompose na, ito ang mga pillars na meron ang Philippine Criminal Justice System. So, it is very important for us to know kung ano-ano ito. So, ito ang law enforcement, prosecution, court, correction, and community. So, that's all for today's video, Crim Heist. Thank you very much. So, kung gusto nyong mag-suggest ng mga topics in the field of criminology na gusto nyong gawan ko ng videos, so don't hesitate na i-comment yon sa comment box. So, put your suggestions on what topics na gusto ninyong ituro ko sa inyo. So, lagay nyo lang yan sa comment box. So, nag-upload na rin ako ng first and second videos ko. So, makakatulong din yun sa inyo. Ilalagay ko na lang din yung link dun sa description box. So, yung title nun is yung Anatomy of Crime, and yung sumunod na video would be the factors affecting human behavior. So, yun lang. Thank you for taking your time in watching my video. So, again, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the professor. So, hanggang sa susunod na video. Thank you very much.